And it's time for the mailbag. For those of you who want to know how to get involved with the mailbag, go to keepingitre.com, and up in the top corner you're going to see some social media icons. Choose one that you like, click on it, and leave us a message. If nothing else, if you don't like Facebook or you're not a Twitter person, then give us a call. If you don't tweet, then you're not living. You ain't living if you ain't tweeting, baby. Just give us a call at 562-888-BEACH. Leave us a voicemail. You ain't tweeting.
Oh, okay.
Frank, you're so far from tweeting.
I thought I was paying to get some tweeting going.
Unless you bought a parakeet last week.
You ain't tweeting.
Or the lady on America's Got Talent. She was tweeting big time last night.
Oh, here we go again with that stuff. All right, first mailbag question comes from Alan. This is kind of a, I don't know. Let's figure it out. Well, he's basically asking our opinion of something. So this is just our opinion. It does not necessarily reflect the opinion of KBeach Global Radio. What percentage of short sales get approved by the bank? Frank?
Wow.
Big Bank Frank? Everybody's looking at you, Frank.
I'd say before.
Before
a lot,
what?
A lot more than before.
Well, give us what's before and what's after. What's A, B, and B, C?
Before, if I had to say a split, I'd have to say it was 70, 30, maybe 65, 35, around there.
So 70% were getting approved before what?
Before the bank started to really start pre-negotiating with the seconds. The second, which is the smaller loan for those out there who don't understand the lending side, and we'll let the mistress and Scott explain that part to you. But they oftentimes would not allow the former borrower to discount what they owe them on that second. Let's say you had a $300,000 mortgage and $225,000 was from the first, which would be, let's say, the big bank. And the big bank is willing to take a loss of $150,000 of that. But the $75,000 second holder, for whatever reason, says, no, we want $75,000 to the penny, and we're not allowing for anything to happen here unless we get our money. You know, a lot of those would end up going to distance and end up going into foreclosure.
So they were throwing a wrench. The little guy was throwing a wrench in it.
Did that state of California?
When did that change?
Well, there's some new policies that have come into place, but really,
a year ago.
When, Frank?
Yeah.
When
June
did they come?
July
I'd say
last year,
around this time.
Okay, so about a year ago.
But on top of the bank seeing that this was becoming the major issue and this was killing deals, they started going in and pre-negotiating even prior, and just basically taking big bulks of areas where they assumed they were going to have heavy short sale or foreclosure rates, and started pre-negotiating with the seconds.
The quick answer is they'll approve everybody's except for KW's.
So now you could say that those numbers before have swung around the other way. In the majority of the short sales I see are being approved. You know, it's probably 70-30 the other way now.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so
35.
What you're saying is prior to a year ago, 30% of the short sales were getting
30,
approved.
40, yeah.
And now
it's reversed.
And the rest were just the 70% were going to foreclosure.
And the problem, and back then too, the time frame was taking so long that trustee sale date would come along before you could complete anything. So those could have potentially been successful.
Death
too,
would come along before you could finish
exactly.
anything. Frank.
So now it's the other way around. It's a speedier process. Those 6-month short sales can be cut down to 60 days, and some even faster than that, obviously. You know, so
what Christine was talking about, Christine Welton, the bankruptcy attorney, is now she's seeing a lot more lenders that are being proactive, contacting the consumer when they file bankruptcy, because that's kind of proof of hardship.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty easy to come in and be proactive and offer them a pre-negotiated short sale approval or a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Things like
so it's really only 70% even now?
Well,
to me that seems low. Do you see that? You guys?
No,
that's pretty good rate right there.
So
really?
Well, because it was 30% 2 years ago.
30.
Well,
I mean, it's a major swing, because of the programs like the California program, and just because of the approach from the banks and them realizing what the holdups were and adjusting to them. You know.
And then the other 30% go to foreclosure.
Well, because there's that percentage that's just, someone's so underwater, someone's lost their job, there will be no recovery, they wait too long, last minute, And there are still those feisty, disputes and disagreements where one party or the other party is just not going to allow for it, and it's going to go the distance.
Well, we're going to go the distance.
70% is actually really efficient.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. So, Alan, 30% a year ago, and now 70%. At least that's the opinion of the people in the booth
around
today.
there.
Right. Don't hold us to an exact number, please.